Yeah, I'm picking. I can't confidently pick Rayo. He's got the power though in the pop, and we know Cruz is not the most swift defensively. He does have that. I do not have any interest for Canelo versus Berlanga, but they're going to give it to us. He's now Canelo's mandatory. And the WBA are now in cahoots with the Saudis. One thing we can rely on, though, the Saudis may bring us Canelo versus Crawford if they both win, and they could bring us possibly Canelo versus Benavidez. So that's the positive, is that they want to bring us these big fights, and they're throwing this money around. And as you can see, they're making their debut now here in the United States. They're not messing around, and they're using Eddie Hearn as the promoter, and Queensberry too, because as you can see, they're on the banner back there. So the money that they're throwing around, these fighters would be foolish not to take it. If the Saudis come calling, you better take this money while it's here. You've been seeing how boxing's been going. We'll have a good year, then a fucked up year, 2 good years, then 2 bad years. So I really thought it was distasteful for Tank to do what he did. I'm not saying that the Saudis are going to take it too personally, but he pretty much insulted them. And it's like, bro, you're over there on what's looking like a sinking ship with PBC. And by the way, I still have no interest in seeing, how do y'all feel about Cruz Tank 2? I just don't feel it yet. I'm not saying it wouldn't be a good fight. I'm not saying I won't watch it. I'm not saying it won't be an exciting fight and people won't be hyped, but I'm just not feeling that fight. Frank Martin is intriguing, but I still got Tank Davis. What's going on here? Why is everything freezing? I just upped my internet speed. I got the gigabytes now, or whatever you call it. But yeah, it'd be great if Rayo pulls it off. That'd be a big time upset, right? I wonder what the betting odds, I don't gamble, but I'm just saying I wonder what the betting odds are going to be. So breaking down on 140-pound division, you got Cruz, the WBA champion. Ryan Garcia is at 147, and we can't really count him. Devin Haney gets to keep his WBC title. Teofimo Lopez has been linked to the Steve Claggett. Hopefully that's not the case. Sabril Matias is taking on Liam Paro in a fight that's now a lot more important, because now Devin Haney, we don't know, I'm going to do a whole different video on that situation. I got to wrap that up, but we don't know. Now people saying, Cruz can beat Devin Haney. Sabril Matias can beat Devin Haney. Teofimo can beat him. So that type of woman, that whooping, that he took, it makes him look real vulnerable. He's got to come back real strong. Real strong. So where do I rank Cruz? At the top? See, here's the thing. Do you think Cruz can beat Teofimo? I don't. I think that he's way too small for Teofimo. Sabril Matias, he's had some shaky moments, but his power is legit. He touches you, you're going to have some problems. Liam Paro is a wild card behind him, a question mark. And don't forget, Big Bad Sean McComb is now in the mix. After getting that robbery in New York, that city is just riddled with crime. Of course he got robbed in New York, in Brooklyn, against Arnold Barboza. So Sean McComb is now in the mix. Jack Catterall and Josh Taylor. Josh Taylor is just, I don't know what he's still doing in that division. But I have no real interest for that either. I think that's one of them rematches that's a little bit too late. I feel the same thing kind of about Joshua Andy Ruiz. I think a third fight with that is just a little bit past his date. So anyway, I'm not confident to say that Cruz is the best 140-pounder right now. I'm not confident. I think I'm giving it to Teofimo. But see, it depends on what Teofimo shows up. A bit of a head case. So he can have a bad night where he's questioning himself. He can have a night like he had where he looked real good in his last fight, but then he start talking like the ultimate warrior, just start saying just random ass shit. And this old man, let me be honest, it depends on how high you ranked Rolly and O'Hara Davies. What I'm saying is no disrespect to my elder, the elder here, but I don't give no clout to Ishmael Barroso. And I wouldn't dare disrespect Devin Haney and say he can beat him. Devin Haney could probably fight Sandor Martin next, by the way. We don't know if his jaw's broken. He says it's not, but we haven't seen that, man. I think that shit's broken. Personally. I would never give. Damn, this is the first time I actually read the chat this whole stream, and I get from a Nick Lewis, you never would give credit to most PBC fighters. What are you talking about? Unlike a lot of vloggers in the YouTube boxing community, I don't have a reputation for siding with anybody. So get out of here with that propaganda, man. That's fake news. Richardson Hitchens, remember, he had a bad night against Gustavo Lemos. So we've had two fighters, Devin Haney and Richardson Hitchens, and Arnold Barboza, 3 140-pounders in the last 3 weeks have all been exposed. How about that? That's a weird-ass stat. And then Rolly Romero got beat up, so I guess you can count him too. So that's 4 140-pounders that are not who we say they are or who we thought they were or who people thought they were. And yes, I do believe that Ryan Garcia was drunk. I just think that, like, oh shit, like this man went out there, beat the shit out of Devin Haney drunk. That's even worse for Devin Haney. Like, yo, you let this drunk not take it, and then he ain't make weight, no nothing. He come in there and beat the shit out of you. You know? Thoughts on Gary Antoine Russell versus Pitbull Cruz? I am not sold on Gary Antoine Russell. I'm not there yet. I said in his last fight, I said I just need to see something else. I was giving him like one more fight before I really made my decision. I'm not seeing it yet. I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it.